Man, when I heard that earlier, when I woke up to that, I said, "Wait a minute, who pissed him off? Who pissed off the game? Why is the game in this? Why is the game in this?" And I couldn't understand for the life of me because, like I said, I saw I think a couple of weeks ago, and I think it got taken down from his story, but the game had sided with Drake. He was playing. He was sitting there playing enemies. I got enemies. I got a lot of enemies. He was sitting there playing that, and I can't play, of course, the actual short, but the game had decided to side with the Drake then, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly they don't have it. They don't have any details right now of what's going on between him and Rick Ross or why him and Ross are beefing. But all I know is the game has now spoke his piece. So I remember before the game had put out his story trolling Rick Ross. He was saying, "Oh, Wingstop must be closed. It's Monday." That was the only thing that was put out before. Let me see if I can find. Doo doo. Shout out to everybody tuning in on YouTube as well. Yeah, see, it was this one right here. This is the first one. It says, oh shit, what's going on? My screen capture. Oh, oh, my screen capture not working. Here we go. Alright. Be the fat niggas with skinny legs always running their mouth. He put that out a couple days ago. And then there was another one he put out. Hold on. Hold on. This is the Wingstop one. It was a Wingstop one too. He was like, "Wingstop is closed. It must." Oh, there you go. It's quiet today. Wingstop must be closed on Mondays. And like I said, I couldn't for the life of me figure out why the game was taking shots at Ross so much. I didn't hear any shots from Ross on Champagne Moments. But yeah, it wasn't any. That's the thing. It wasn't any shots from Ross toward the game at all. But needless to say, the game is he ain't playing no games right now, and he called it the revenge of Freeway's revenge is what he calls it. The revenge of Freeway Rick Ross. If you don't know who Freeway Rick Ross is, Freeway Rick Ross is the original Rick Ross from Florida. And Rick Ross's character is based upon him, the original Freeway Rick Ross. All the coke dealing and all that, that's based upon the actual person in real life, Freeway Rick Ross, if you don't know who that is. That is this gentleman here, who did an actual bid and came home to Rick Ross, the rapper. If you don't know. So, real quick, I guess. Because I didn't realize we were gonna. I should have thought about that. We were gonna have to get a quick introduction of who Freeway Rick Ross is necessarily. But I got y'all. But yeah, like I said, so Rick Ross's person is, of course, and most rappers, of course, are based upon certain personas. But Rick Ross specifically is based upon an actual person in real life. And if you don't know, also, quick Easter egg: Freeway Rick Ross is the executive producer behind the show Snow, the famous show Snow that was on Hulu. And if you don't realize, Franklin is based upon Freeway Rick Ross. Matter of fact, before I let y'all do 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 do. Okay, so first things first, give y'all a quick introduction to who Freeway Rick Ross is.
Freeway Ricky Ross.
What's up?
Is it Freeway Ricky Ross, Freeway Rick, Freeway Ricky? But what do you usually go?
And I got about 30. When they had me my indictment, they went down the list of names, my aliases, because different people change it, and so I don't care. Just call me.
Okay, I'll call you Freeway.
That's cool.
Me. All right, so Freeway, where did you grow up exactly?
I grew up in South Central LA, right off of the 110 freeway, which is where I got my nickname from.
Right by the freeway.
87th in Figueroa.
Okay. Now, if you were to describe the conditions that you grew up in terms of your family life and so forth, how would you describe it?
Well, I grew up without my father.
Okay. What happened to your dad?
My mom and my dad broke up when I was 4 months old.
Oh, okay.
So basically, my father was the streets, the big homies, guys like Tookie Williams, Raymond Washington, Cartoon, guys like that there.
Okay. So when you were growing up, as a kid, during elementary school, junior high and so forth, were you involved in any sort of criminal activities, or were you essentially a good kid?
I think I started doing my first petty crime maybe around the 6th grade.
Okay, what was that?
I had some friends that had been going to thrifties, and they had found out how to get watches out of the cabinet, and I went with them, and they got me a watch.
Okay.
That was my first crime.
Your first crime. Did you get caught?
No, we got away, but my mom found the watch. So I didn't get caught by the store, but I got caught. I got a whooping for it.
Okay.
My mom is really, really religious. I mean,
So she just bugged out.
Yeah. Man, I mean.
You couldn't explain where the watch came from, obviously.
I couldn't.
Yeah. So you did a petty crime then. After that, did you continue with more petty crimes?
No, I wanted to be a Crip then.
You wanted to be a Crip?
Yeah, I wanted to be a Crip, but my mom was still strict. And my mom didn't whoop me with switches. She used a telephone card, which today would be child abuse.
Yeah.
If they knew it. My mom would whoop you. You had webs on your butt.
Okay.
I couldn't join the Crips at that time. But just so happened, before I was old enough to start bucking my mom's rule, I started playing tennis.
Okay.
I fell in love with the game of tennis, and that took me out of South Central LA.
Okay. Now, at the time that you said you wanted to be a Crip, you had mentioned Tookie Williams. Was he already?
Yeah.
He was already part of the, was he the?
Yeah, the Crips was already going.
Was already going?
Yeah, they were already going.
They were already going. And were they trying to recruit you, or were you trying?
No. They
nothing like that. They were good.
I wanted to be a part of what I saw. You know,
Okay.
I saw the togetherness, the organization, and their reputation wasn't as bad as it is right now. You know, this was before all the murders.
Before the drugs.
Yeah, before drugs. So it was mostly just hanging out, maybe some fist fights, some football games, neighborhood football games, stuff like that there. But I like the togetherness, the camaraderie, the women, and so
Right.
forth.
So you got into the whole tennis thing,
Yeah.
but you weren't actually able to use tennis to get yourself out of your current situation.
Well, I did in a lot of ways, I mean, if you look at a couple of guys that I hung with in junior high school who didn't play tennis, two of them have life sentences in the state, for murder, robbery, type of crime. And these were the guys that I hung out with whenever I could. So tennis did get me out. It didn't get me out the way I was hoping it would have, with the big mansion in Beverly Hills and, the Wimbledon Championship. It didn't get me out that way, but it did protect me in other ways that, because whenever I do something, I'll be all in.
Right.
I don't go halfway, I'm like, if this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing.
Sure.
I ain't gonna do it a little bit. I'm gonna do it a lot. And then when I look back, my brothers and sisters gangbang. So the only thing that I know that kept me from that could only be tennis.
Okay. At one point in high school, you met a teacher that was involved in drugs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Mr. Fisher. We played tennis together and we hung out together. I mean, he was really cool. And when I first got introduced to cocaine, I'd stopped hanging out with him, stopped calling him, and so forth. And then when I did go back around after a few months, he was like, "Where you been?" And I had enough love and admiration for him to be honest with him. And I told him that I got involved with cocaine.
Now, when you got involved in cocaine, in what way?
I started selling.
Okay. Were you using it all?
At that time, I never used. I never used it.
What kept you from using it, being around it?
So pay attention to this part right here, because this is an intricate part. This basically is the introduction to Rick Ross's story, in a sense, of his character that he plays as the rapper.
Well, like I said, I was a tennis player.
Okay.
I was an athlete. And, athletes are not supposed to use drugs. They're supposed to run, exercise, and be as fit as they can be.
Okay.
Well, that was my mentality. Even when I started selling drugs, I still wanted to be fit, because when I first started selling drugs, it wasn't going to be a career.
Just a side hustle.
Well, a quick fix,
Yeah.
Fix my car, give me some tennis lessons, give me some new rackets, pay for a few lessons. My life is right. Now I'm back to my tennis.
So how did you actually get involved in selling drugs initially? I mean, in terms of like, what was the actual situation around it?
Like I said in the book, you didn't get to read the book yet, but one of my big homies, who was kind of like a tookie in the neighborhood, big, muscular football player, tough, was playing football at San Jose State. He called me. I was down on my luck. I didn't know where I was going to get my next 50 cents from. And he was like, "Man, what you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, man, I'm just sitting here and on Mom's porch." And he was like, "Man, I got the next best thing. I got the thing that everybody's doing. Come by the house." So when I go by his house, he laid some cocaine out on the table.
Powder cocaine.
Powder cocaine in little rocks, though, like they had broke it off of an actual kilo.
This was not cooked cocaine. This was actually,
Right.
it was just literally the cocaine
Yeah,
broken off from the packed
correct.
cocaine. Okay.
Not sifted and cut up.
Okay. So when you saw it, what happened next?
Well, I didn't know if it was cocaine or not. because it was yellow. And I'm thinking cocaine was white. You know, in the movie Superfly, the cocaine was white, not yellow. So this cocaine was yellow. So now I'm kind of like taken back because, you know, Superfly, that's my hero. I know.
He didn't realize it was pure cocaine. That's what that was. He didn't realize it was pure cocaine at the time. And if you don't know, a little quick Easter egg for you guys: dope is actually beige.
He know what he doing. So now Mike, I don't know. Mike, you a football player. You don't know nothing about no cocaine. So Mike convinced me into taking a little piece and going around and showing it to some people. And that's pretty much what I did.
He fronted you the cocaine?
Yeah, $50 worth.
$50 worth. And he said, bring back the $50. And
Yeah, I was supposed to bring back the 50.
Whatever you keep after that's your money.
Exactly. Well, I didn't know all that.
He gave you $50 worth of powdered cocaine. And what'd you do with it?
Well, I started going around the neighborhood asking people, what was it? You know, all the OGs. You know, I went to the liquor store where Bonnie hung out at, and Black, and all the guys who I felt were more advanced in the street than I was. I went and asked them.
Amazing how you start out in the street too, where you don't even know what you actually have. Someone basically gives you the drug. You actually have money in your pocket, but you don't know what the fuck you even have. So you got to go around asking people like, "Yo, what the fuck is this anyway?" Speaking from experience, I guess.
Eventually, I run into Martin, who was a pimp, and Martin looked at it and he said, "Come on, go with me. We're gonna go find out what it is." So Martin takes me over to his house and pulls out his little back bag and takes out his little torch, and he goes to heating this bottle. He puts some stuff in the bottle and he's heating it up, and the stuff is bubbling and gelling, and he takes it over to the sink, puts some cold water in it. Booyah, he got a rock.
Oh, so he actually made crack right there in front of you?
He did.
Okay.
That was the first time I ever saw crack.
Okay.
What they call crack, we don't call it crack. We call it ready rock.
Ready rock.
Yeah, we never called it crack. That's a government term. That was the term the government used so they could hammer everybody.
Okay, so he went and made some ready rock in front of you.
Yeah. And then after that, he hit it and tasted it, and he was like, you know, do.
So interesting enough, right there, like he just a quick Easter egg. It was never called crack cocaine. It was called Ready Rock. So the government actually called it crack cocaine. Interesting.
They little number. I need another piece. Then he hit another piece, and then after a while, it was like, man, that's all you got left. You can't sell that. Give me all that. I owe you $50.
Did he actually pay you back the $50?
Nope, but he brought other people to me.
Oh, so he knocked you for the 50, but he brought some new customers over.
He brought me some new customers. He brought me my first $100 sale.
So you had to go back.
No, I didn't go back to Mike right then. I went back to the porch. I went back to the porch.
Because you owe Mike $50.
Oh, Mike, now I'm worse off than I was.
Right, you're $50 in the hole.
At least I wasn't 50 in the hole. Now I'm 50 in the hole. So I'm sitting on the porch going like, wow. But then I look up. Here come Martin. Then he got this dude with him, this big old dude, is Big Mouse, who's a Crip, you know, and then they had $100. And he was like, man, I want $100 of that. Martin told me about it. And I was like, wow, what am I gonna do?
Because you have no more cocaine.
I don't have no cocaine, and I owe Mike 50, so how do I deal with that? Well, I called Mike. I told Mike what happened. I told him they had 100, and if he would bring the 100 over right then, you know, he could get $100. So he did it, and that started my business.
Investment.
That's how my whole business started, with those two guys.
Investment for investment. So yeah, that's basically in a nutshell how Freeway Rick Ross started his whole dealings in the street. And this is how Rick Ross, the rapper, was basically able to idolize this and model his character, the rapper, after this person right here. So when you hear Freeway's Revenge, that's who Game is actually talking about. So let's just get into the Game, of course. And this was a lyrical onslaught. Like I said, I don't know what the hell Rick Ross did, but you done woke up a beast.
Don't ask you that you keep it real with me. Don't ask you that you keep it real with me.
Cut open his stomach, it's stuffed bricks in it. Put his body on a scale like it's fish in it. I can see the bitch in him. $20 million home renovation just to slit your wrists in it. Suicide, this is suicide. Rip apart the Maybach, I know the truth's inside. You 12 lemon pepper wings from a heart attack. Academics, get this nigga Ozempic starter pack. Casa knock, hit the room, turn that stream on. Ags buttons by this brief encounter with King Kong. This ain't the Kendrick beef, my Drake sing song. Shots ring out, your neighbor better have his ring on. Glock swing out, doors open like a swing on. Pac lean out, Machiavelli with the ring on. Ops is out, they on the same shit that we on. Hospital, wheelchair, hair wrap, sling on. It's payback punk for the drama you tried to bring on. Maybach trunks, type of shit that we eat our wings on. My K-Dot shit, I don't have to turn the beam on. It's that time of the month, get this pussy something to bleed on.
What the fuck did you wake up, Ross? What did you do, bro? Bro, what did you say? What did you say to the game that he is annihilating you like this? My nigga, I woke up hearing this audio saying, what in the hell? Because like I said, the game is one of the worst people that you want to bring up in a rap battle beef. He is just bringing nothing but disrespect to you. Niggas started off saying we gonna cut open your stomach and stuff bricks in it.
Your baby mama told me that you like to get peed on. You a CEO, that's the last time you had keys on it.
Man, bruh, bruh, he talking about Tia. He talking about Tia already. He talking about Tia right there.
We know you treat gunplay like he a peon, and he know some shit that ain't cool for him to speak on. My P.O. said this ain't the record that we agreed on, then cut it off like the ankle monitor for the beep on. My niggas will learn French just to get they steam on in Cali with Cali codes. Don't need Cali to get his scream on. We the West, free the guys, I gotta free the West. I'm muy loco, I don't need a vest. I'm watching Scarface and cleaning text. Shots gon' be direct. Have you been through Cedar yet? When cars pull up, we do explosives and heater checks. The lights flick, the dogs bark, and niggas sleeping less. Under palm trees, we got them choppers that'll eat your flesh. The real Rick Ross know every bird gotta lead a nest. You stole your name, I pulled your facts. You looked that big and stole the staff, facts. I smell pussy, that odor, fat. You ain't sold no birds, you trolled the owl.
Don't ask you that you keep it real with me. Don't ask you that you keep it real with me.
Cut open his stomach and stuff bricks in it. Put his body on a scale like it's fish in it. I can see the bitch in him. $20 million home renovation just to slit your wrists in it. Suicide, this is suicide. Rip apart the Maybach, I know the truth's inside. You 12 lemon pepper wings from a heart attack. Academics, get this nigga Ozempic starter pack. Casa knock, hit the room, turn that stream on. Ags buttons by this brief encounter with King Kong. This ain't the Kendrick beef, my Drake sing song. Shots ring out, your neighbor better have his ring on. Glock swing out, doors open like a swing on. Pac lean out, Machiavelli with the ring on. Ops is out, they on the same shit that we on. Hospital, wheelchair, hair wrap, sling on. It's payback punk for the drama you tried to bring on. Maybach trunks, type of shit that we eat our wings on. My K-Dot shit, I don't have to turn the beam on. It's that time of the month, get this pussy something to bleed on. Your baby mama told me that you like to get peed on. You a CEO, that's the last time you had keys on. And we know you treat gunplay like he a peon, and he know some shit that ain't cool for him to speak on. My P.O. said this ain't the record that we agreed on, then cut it off like the ankle monitor for the beep on. My niggas will learn French just to get they steam on in Cali with Cali codes. Don't need Cali to get his scream on. We the West, free the guys, I gotta free the West. I'm muy loco, I don't need a vest. I'm watching Scarface and cleaning text. Shots gon' be direct. Have you been through Cedar yet? When cars pull up, we do explosives and heater checks. The lights flick, the dogs bark, and niggas sleeping less. Under palm trees, we got them choppers that'll eat your flesh. The real Rick Ross know every bird gotta lead a nest. You stole your name, I pulled your facts. You looked that big and stole the staff, facts. I smell pussy, that odor fat. You ain't sold no birds, you trolled the owl. Draco flick, it's like the light on the Carter 4. Bad kid, good city, I studied the art of war. Run into that hand-me-down mansion and lock up all the doors. Stop with all that raving, nigga, you not from Baltimore. I don't wanna hear about no fish tanks and marble floors, no spiral steps, no swimming pools, no hors d'oeuvres, no Audemars, no car shows, no pinky rings, no umbrellas in the car doors. Introduce me on my connect to that Colombian you chopped that raw for, it wasn't fabricated. The lies you tell are getting saturated. What happened to the birds in the Maserati? They just evaporated? Boss. That shit be too exaggerated. Fucking with a Compton nigga, get your head decapitated. Leonardo DiCaprio, all that cap like you activated. I just bought 100 for yacht and it was captivating. Congratulations, what an imagination. From CO to drug kingpin, now this nigga acting Haitian. The stories these niggas tell, he gon' tell us he got a key for every nigga he locked in a cell. He gon' tell us he just bought another crib, he living well, but he won't tell us about his health condition. He sick as hell, he popping pills. They starting to fuck with his brain, seizures off the lean. Balenciaga shorts got shit stains, he not a mastermind, he got it. Line after line, laid back in the Maybach, making up shit just to pass the time. He think he Big Meech. Free Larry Hoover, Miami a big beach. Now watch how I maneuver, I don't tippy toe. I know plenty Zos that pull up in semi-trucks, hop out and let a semi go, so let me know. I let the boys in them drop Chevys go. It's humid in the 305, but they pushing heavy snow. Compton Grand Reaper, I make you reap with the devil, so walking through live with the same eyes niggas had in belly though. This ain't the new Death Row, this the old Harry O. Game is one of them niggas, Blue Da Vinci, Meech and Terry know, so my advice is let it go. Oh, I almost forgot, fuck b.l.a.c. It's West Side, we let the Henny flow. So when that muzzle smoke and that thing hot, even when the camera out of focus, just know the beam not. Run up on you, clean shots, look down on you, flash on like an iPhone, taped to the ceiling with the screen lock. This nigga drug women, that's how your team rock. And all that money you rap about gon' get you a mean plot. But in the meantime, I'ma let your fake fiends cop. And I know you doing your thing, but this is where the wings stop.
That beat switch too. On that beat switch, that's why I had to run that back. Cause see, that's the thing. The game is one of those lyrical monsters. So he doesn't have to throw a bunch of subliminals at you. He's gonna come at you very direct. Plus, the game can fight. If you don't know, if you don't know, the game can actually fight. Okay, that's one thing. So for Ross to be, like I said, for Ross to even be doing this right now, I'm a little bit perplexed. I'm a little bit perplexed by this. And real quick, I just want to remind y'all of once again who Rick Ross is dealing with, because do y'all remember when he ran up on 40 Glock back in the day? It was no I'm gonna diss you in a rap record. It was more so I'm just gonna run up on you and beat the shit out of you type shit.
Take that, nigga. Stay off of me, nigga. Alright. Alright. You stun on me, nigga. Alright. You're the hospital, nigga. That, right? What? You wanna finish it? You wanna finish it right here? Huh? What?
Yeah.
This is who Rick Ross playing with.
Huh? Yeah. Huh? You wanna put a nigga on the internet now, nigga? Huh? You wanna put a nigga on the internet? Huh? Huh? You wanna put a nigga on... Oh, you squaring up? Huh?
This is who Rick Ross is playing with.
Look at him. Look at him. 40 Glock. Look at 40 Glock, y'all. Punk ass nigga.
This is who Ross playing with.
Check him out.
Let it go.
No, nigga. Oh. And it could be another one, boy.
I understand that.
Nigga. And it could be another one, bro. Let it go.
Chuck, let it go.
What, nigga?
Chuck, let it
No, his
go.
bitch ass gonna call the police, nigga.
Chuck
I need
is
to
still
fuck my
chasing
sixes
this
up
nigga
too, nigga.
with his phone.
Blood all on my shit, man. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck that nigga. On Cedar, nigga. Money gang, bitch. Take that, nigga. Stay off of me, nigga. All right.
Is it, why? Why is Ross playing with this man?
All right. The hospital, paying that, right? What?
This is not the man that you want to wake up in a battle or a fight.
All right.
I don't think Ross could shoot the fair one with game.
What? You wanna finish it?
That's just being the honest one.
Yeah.
That's just being an honest one. I don't think Ross could even stand toe to toe with the game. Yeah, Ross work out. Ross might, you know what I'm saying, do a little 1-2. But the game is different. The game is a little bit different. That's why I'm like, when I'm hearing him rap, it might be one or two of these diss tracks, but Ross say the wrong thing, and we gonna see one of these videos out of Rick Ross. I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time that the game is not to be played with. And it's of course, and it's time to play the game now. So I am very intrigued to hear what Rick Ross is going to say in a rap record. He has already made it clear that he has responded already by subliminally dissing the game. I'm gonna go to his story real quick.
Dr. B.l.a.c. Rose, let's get him.
Busting his ass on the damn
Open
car.
this for me. I think this. If you want to know what the boss weekend gonna be like, tonight, Vegas. In 30 days, we're gonna have a skating challenge. I'm gonna challenge any of you, man. Mayweather. Chris Brown, what's up? Look at that, look at that. The thrill.
Trying to find the one where he actually responded back to the game. Okay, so this is one right here where, as you see, he's playing the game in 50 Cent in the background while he pops the trunk.
You niggas don't want to
There you
eat.
go.
You niggas don't want to eat my slime. You niggas starving. You niggas starving.
So, that was his little response back to the game, of course. But Rose is I don't know if Rose is ready for this right now.